Hey guys, and welcome to Total Chaos. It's your Saturday morning, early afternoon show that goes through all the over-unders of the day. Me and my friend Kurt Alexander, expert handicapper from Picks and Parlays, are going to go head-to-head over every NFL game and 10 of the college ones. Here to mediate that madness for us is Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. Hey, Nick, how's it going?
It's going great, guys. Yeah, that was fun that first week. I mean, that was just our first one, so... You know, you told me a little bit last night on our live cap show yesterday afternoon that Kurt did win. But I am interested in hearing these results. So I guess that's where we're going to start today, or where would you like to start, Allie?
Oh, yeah, we'll start with that. I feel like Kurt, like how they have the turnover necklace, that we should have the total necklace, and you would be wearing it this week. How are you doing, Kurt?
I'm doing great. You know, it feels for week one. Let's see if we can keep that going.
Okay, so to go over our stats real quick, for college football, I stunk it up. I was 5-8-2. Kurt, you were 7-6-2. You win this round. And then as far as our consensus bets went, we were 2-3-2. But it was kind of wonky because the Navy number that we gave on the show was 47. And I actually took that bet under, but I got it at 48. So I cashed it, but on the show it was actually a push.
Okay.
So then for NFL, we crushed NFL. I was 6-2-3. You were 7-1-3.
Nice.
And as far as our consensus bets went, everything that we agreed on, those went 6-1-1. So that was really impressive.
Yeah.
So the consensus was that the consensus wagers over both, or just for the NFL?
No, just NFL, just for NFL, and then overall for everything. I was 11-10-5. Kurt was 14-7-5, and our consensus bets for all of it was 8-4-3. So, I mean, we didn't do bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
We didn't do bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a lot of games.
That's winning. That's winning for sure.
Exactly.
So now
on the right side.
I was shocked that I had a winning record. Like, I really was. So I'm really proud of myself there.
Nice work.
Yeah.
So now we go into week 2 here. Sorry, what was that, Kurt?
I said, you're pretty sharp, Allie.
Well, thanks. I try.
For sure.
Figuring
you
out
guys both did great. That was fantastic. And the consensus records, the combined consensus record of 67% plus the 6-1 record in the NFL, just fantastic, you guys. So now, you guys, it's week 2. So, Allie, are you ready now for week 2? You ready? We're going to roll this $20 over. Or do you guys start this our the little wager you guys make on each thing?
It's another 20. You got to throw down.
Okay, I got it.
All right, yeah.
That's how it works.
It all adds up to me.
Okay.
Adds up to me. That's
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
All right, Kurt, you're ready too? You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay,
round 2.
you guys, here we go. Round 1. Well, this is for the NFL anyways. And so, Kurt, you won. So we're going to start with you this week because you're the winner. And so maybe that's the way we'll do it each week.
Okay.
And so here we go. We're going to start with the Panthers and Falcons. The total is 53.5. So these are two struggling teams. Do you think this one's going over, or do you think this one's going under?
Actually, I like this game to go under the total. I like what the Panthers are doing on offense. Teddy Bridgewater is taking control of this offense. They're using up a lot of clock by running the ball, keeping a balanced offense, and their defense is playing very well. Atlanta put up points early on in the season. That Green Bay struggling to find out what's going on with this team. They don't have an identity. They have their receivers, their star receivers, just not putting up points, not getting the ball in the end zone. The offense just doesn't look fluid. I like this game to go under the total.
You know what? I am with you on this one, Kurt. I think both of these defenses are bad, but their offenses aren't great too. And we've seen like some moves from Bridgewater, like you said, but I just don't really see them hitting 53.5. So I'm going to go under. And Julio Jones is still questionable. You know, he only played a quarter last week. He's their best wide receiver. He's may or may not play. I'm going under. Long story.
Boom. So right out of the gate, you guys are agreeing that's a consensus pick in the NFL. Just a reminder, they went 6-1 with their consensus picks last week in the NFL. So now we move on. We're just going to keep on moving along here for sure. That's the name of the game. Raiders at Chiefs. Can the Raiders bounce back here? Will the Chiefs look past? The total is at 55.5. Ali, let's start with you this time.
You know what? I think Kurt's going to disagree, but I feel like the Raiders are banged up right now, and the KC defense has been pretty on point, so I'm going to take this one under the total.
Okay. And Kurt?
Ali, the more I look at this game, the more I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, I was liking the over. At first, I was liking the over, but Kansas City's actually in 3 to the under this year against, as far as the totals are concerned. I like now Kansas City got a balanced offense. They have a running game. Kid out of LSU is, toting that rock. So I definitely a balanced offense, and their defense up any points. 17 points a game, I believe. I've changed my mind.
Okay. There you go. Kurt's changed his mind. He's going under 55.5.
Good call.
Okay. We're having the connection's just a little shaky there, coming in and out a little bit, Kurt, but I think it's better now, actually.
Okay.
We're going to keep moving on along, and Kurt, I'll stick with you here. We're going to the Cardinals and Jets. The Cardinals, of course, jumped out to the early great start, but they've since lost back-to-back. The Jets are 0-4. This total is at 47. How do you see this one playing out, Kurt?
I'm actually going to take this one under as well. The Jets up any points. They did against Denver, but Denver's also a struggling team. I see the Arizona defense really tightening down and shutting down this Jets offense that doesn't have a run passing game. Arizona on the road again. I don't see them putting up a lot of points either. They haven't really gotten in sync with their offense. I don't really understand what they're doing as far as the running game is concerned. Drake, I don't know if they just don't have a good offensive line, but I like this game trending under.
I'm going to disagree and go over on this one. I think the Jets are really hungry for a win. They're going to have to score to get that. And I think after 2 losses, the Cardinals are going to pull it together. Hopefully Hopkins is less of a non-factor in this game and shows up to play. I like it to go over here. What can I say? I'm taking it over.
Okay, well, the first 2 you guys agreed upon. Now this third one, you guys are going opposite. We'll just keep moving along, though, guys. We have a non-conference matchup here. It's the Philadelphia Eagles at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The total is set at 44. The Eagles are coming off their first big win. Of course, they also have that tie. So, Ali, let's stick with you. How do you see this one playing out in Pittsburgh?
I think that things are a little bit wonky in Pittsburgh right now just because of all the time they've had. But I think they're well rested. I think they've had time to watch a lot of tape. And this is the battle for Pennsylvania. So I'm going to take it over the 44.5. Go Steelers.
Right on, right on. And Kurt, how about you? How do you see it?
I'm going to agree with you, Ali. I like the over in this game as well. I think the total's set low enough for this game to go over.
Yeah.
Philly, they're scoring about 21 points a game. Pittsburgh's not giving up more than 19 right now, but I see Pittsburgh being able to score on the Philadelphia defense. Philly will turn the ball over at least 2 times, I believe, and give Pittsburgh even more scoring chances. So I like this game to go over as well. I think the total was just low enough to get it over that 44.
That's in my notes I actually have, but I think it's just going to sneak over it. So
right.
It'll be close. Yeah, it'll be close.
There you go.
Okay, well, that's 3 of 4 you guys have agreed upon. Now we're going to the Rams at Washington. And so, Kurt, this is in the nation's capital. We got a total of 46.5. The Rams look like the real deal. They have the 1 loss, just that one tight loss there to Buffalo. But otherwise, they've looked pretty good. So how do you see this one playing out in Washington on Sunday? 46.5 is the total.
I see this one going over the total of 46.5. I think the Washington offense will actually do well with the new quarterback. I wasn't impressed with he threw to the wrong team way too many times. I like the new quarterback stepping in and getting this offense going. They have some weapons in.
You cut out a little there.
Yeah.
Is it the speaker?
It might be. It
I
might
think
be
it's
your
your help.
mic.
I think it's your connection is what I'm seeing on
Let me
my
try
end
this.
here.
Does it sound better? How's this
But
sound?
yeah,
Yes,
that sounds good.
that
Okay,
works.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No worries. It's
It's
just part of the
live,
whole
people.
thing.
It's live.
Yeah, it's live. Yeah. I definitely like this game going over the total because I like Washington implementing a new quarterback in there. I think that the offense will pick up. They do have some weapons on offense, and I like this game going over the total.
Okay.
I'm
And
going
Allie?
the other way. I'm going under here. It's like the whole West Coast team traveling out east for an early game. Washington's only averaging 19 points a game. I get the new quarterback guy is coming in, but I feel like he's still going to have to get his feet under him. I feel like it's under. Call it my women's intuition. Women's intuition. I don't know. I'm taking it under.
All right.
Take that.
Okay. So now we move on to the Bengals at Ravens. And this total is at 50.5. But just before we do that, we have someone in. So is the new quarterback in Washington Joe Flacco?
That was a joke from yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was funny.
I see.
I still
I
like
didn't-
Washington in that spot.
Okay.
I like Washington too.
Do you? Yeah, yesterday they told me I was nuts, but you know what? I like Washington there. I'm going to go with it. The Bitcoins. I'm with it.
Okay, I see. I didn't clue in there quickly enough about what was going on there, but I understand now. Anyways, we are now moving on to the Bengals and the Ravens. I mean, this is a divisional contest. How do you see this one playing out, Ellie?
I am going under this
So
total.
this is 50.5.
Right, and it keeps moving down. And honestly, Lamar Jackson is or is not going to play. He's been banged up. I don't know how much they're going to put him in or how much they're going to run him if he does go in. He's the difference maker there. And I get that Burrow has three 300-plus yard games, but it just feels so obviously over, and it's like such a low number is what I think it should have been that I've got to pull this under. I'm going under.
Okay, and what about you, Kurt?
Ali, I'm jumping in the car with you with this one. I'm taking
beep.
it under as well.
Aw, beep, beep.
I look at the total, and it's 50 and up. And to me, when it comes to football, I think, okay, 49 is a football number. How am I going to get over that 50? You know, they could land right below like they did last week in the LSU game. Anytime I see 50, it's just it usually tells me, well, they're not thinking 52, 53, where you might see some more points. They're going to get you right underneath the total. They'll get close, but I don't think they'll get over that 50 mark. I like this game under as well. Like you said, the Lamar Jackson question is big, and then two division rivals, and I believe there might be a chance of rain too. So I think weather, as this time of year, weather might start to play into some of these games, some of these totals. So I'm going to take this one under with you.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we have two teams that had big aspirations coming in next, and that's in the Jaguars and Texans, and of course, that's definitely not happened. So, Kurt, let's just stay with you. This total is also really high. These teams are, both struggling, both desperately need a win. How do you see it playing out? Over or under 54.5?
I like this game to go under as well. Another division game, division rivalry, new coaching staff, new everything going on in Houston. I really look for them to make a statement in this game. And I think it starts with the defense. The person that's really upset that you're really seeing being vocal right now is J.J. Watt. And he is not happy with how the team's playing and how they're performing. You got to understand, this team's used to winning divisions and going to the playoffs. And now they're 0-4 and, things are in disarray. So I think I definitely think the under is the way to go. I think the first thing you do is you fix your defense, and then that'll get the team to also fall in place. So you start with the defense, and the offense will follow.
You know what? I am with you on this one. I think Bill O'Brien is gone and the Texans are going to get it on. And the defense is where you start. The Jags have not been impressive. They're not like a super high scoring team anyway. But yeah, I think JJ Watt needs to put his money where his mouth is and get this defense to take control of the game. I'm a little bit wonky on it though, because I do think that Deshaun Watson is going to step up for the offense now that Brian's gone, because I know he was really ticked that Dion left. But again, I think I'm taking this under 54 under.
Nice. You guys have been agreeing on a lot of these ones, and now I'm interested to hear about this one. This is a non-conference matchup too. The Dolphins with Ryan Fitzpatrick at the 49ers. It'll be Nick Mullins under center. The 49ers, of course, are ravaged by injury. But this total, it's pretty high at 50.5. So, Kurt, let's go with you. How do you see it going?
Once again, there's that number, that 50.5 number. It just sneaks right underneath it. I actually like this game to go under just because the Dolphins do play good defense. I look at what's going on in San Francisco, and they aren't healthy, and they score against teams like the Jets, a team like Miami that's going to play you a little tougher. I don't see them having as easy as time. They had a hard time with Philly last week, especially when they tried to get their offense going and they turned the ball over. So I see them being a little more conservative running the ball. I like this game to go under the total.
I'm with you here, under 50.5. The San Francisco defense has been tight. Even though none of them actually play for the team anymore. I feel like we're all on second string in San Francisco.
It is.
And the most points Miami's put up all year is 28. So, I don't see them going hog wild on the Niners here or anything. So, yeah, I'm taking it under that total as well.
There we go.
Nice work, guys. Bengals in the over. Craig Krapp is saying over here on YouTube. Picks and Parlays is saying Flacco sucks.
Flacco does suck.
Isn't Flacco playing for the Jets or something? Who's he playing for? I don't know who he's playing for. Yeah, I heard he was going to be playing this week. I just didn't circle back for some reason.
Well, here's an interesting matchup. Our next one, you guys. It's the Colts and Browns. Now, both teams lost their week one matchup. The Colts lost to the Jaguars. That game went over. Every single game since then for the Colts has gone under. Now, the Browns lost in week one at Baltimore. That game went under. And then every single game for them since has gone over. They're 3-1. The Colts are 3-1. The total is at 47.5. Allie, let's start with you this time. How do you see this one playing out?
I am going to go over on this one. I think Odell Beckham Jr. has finally got his, found his groove. I think he had 3 touchdowns last week. Landry's doing really well. They also have a really good running game. And I know that the Colts defense is much better than that Cowboys defense that they just faced. But I think both teams are going to score points. Rivers isn't giving up turnovers like he used to. So that kind of, moves the ball more. I'm going to take this game over the 47.5.
What about you, Kurt?
Allie, I'm going to try to change your mind on this one. The Colts defense is underrated. This is an underrated defense. Cleveland, I'm a Cleveland fan. I'm not going to lie. This year I am a Cleveland fan because I love to see what they're doing. I love seeing what they're doing on the field. Finally, you're seeing Landry and Beckham putting up the points that they're supposed to put up. That was an exciting game against the Cowboys defense. This is not the Cowboys defense. No. Nobody really knows anything about this defense, but I pay attention to it because we play them twice a year, we being the Tennessee Titans, and I watch this Colts team, and they are mean, and they are tough, and they are old school. Frank Reich, their head coach, old school football, and that's how they're going to play this game. They're not going to let these reverses and slants and everything that Cleveland was able to do against Dallas happen. They're going to grind this game out, run the ball. That's what Indy's going to do. They're going to run the ball. Phillip Rivers, game manager, just don't turn the ball over. Kick field goals. This is going to be an under game. They're going to slow this game down. Cleveland's a little too exciting. When was the last time you could say that? Cleveland's a little too flashy, so Indy's going to try to tone them down a little bit, and this game's going to go under that total.
Well, they've worked for it. They've stunk forever, and Baker's finally got some guys he can throw that ball to. So I'm not doing my mind. I'm
Okay,
sticking.
Allie, he's not going to have the time. This no-name defense, you'll know their name after tomorrow.
Fair
Well,
enough.
talking about no-name defenses, we move on now to the Cowboys and Giants. And
Nice transition there.
I mean,
There we go.
now this NFC East, even the Giants at 0-4 mathematically still have a shot at winning that division. So that's how horrible it is. Now, this total is at 54. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys offense has been great. I mean, they're putting up big points. They can go toe-to-toe with anyone. They've come from behind. But Prescott can't play defense as well. The defense is putting up historically horrible numbers. But the Giants, they can't do anything on offense. Daniel Jones has regressed this year. I believe he has 3 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Now, of course, his run game took a major hit at the beginning in week 1. But still, he does have other weapons and stuff, but he still hasn't been able to find any chemistry. You guys, this total is at 54. Allie, why don't we start with you this time?
This is a hard one for me. I'm going to take this under. I mean, the Giants are only putting up they're averaging 12 points a game, And yes, the Dallas defense is like a wet paper bag, but I mean, even if the Giants double their score, that's still 24. I don't know. I mean, I went back and forth on this one a whole lot, and I landed on under. So that's what I'm going with, is the under. I don't think the Giants can hold up their end of the deal. That's kind of what I'm trying to say here. Even with that Cowboys defense, I don't think the Giants will hold up their end of the deal.
Looks like we lost Kurt here for a second.
Ooh, I win. He forfeited. I'm the winner.
So Elliot the fifth here, Elliot V, and I'm going to call that Elliot the fifth, and Kurt's back here now.
All right.
And so he's going to give us his opinion on the Giants and Cowboys under. Allie has taken the under, Kurt. Which way are you feeling on that
Yes,
one?
I'm back.
He's going to go
Okay. I actually like this game to go over the total. I've been going back and forth, and just because the Giants do not score points. But what do you need when you're having trouble scoring points? You need the Dallas Cowboys to come in there with their defense and allow you to get a little confidence. I think Daniel Jones will gain some confidence. He will be able to move the ball. I think they'll score enough to take this game over the total. I know the Cowboys are going to score. That's not what I'm worried about. I was worried about the Giants offense. But like I said, the defense is just in disarray in Dallas. I like this game to go over the total. Daniel Jones will find a way. He has been running the ball more, mixing it up, to avoid throwing interceptions probably, but it's working. It's working. Let's keep it going. I think they'll find a way to score some points against the Cowboys. Take this game over that 54.
Elliot and everyone's telling me to take it over on there. I told you, I went back and forth on this, and it's just where I landed, and I'm sticking with it. All right.
I went back and forth too. I was going back and forth.
It's Allie against.
It was hard.
It's Allie against the world on that one.
It is, but I mean, sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, what's the whole world doing? Okay, well I'm going to do the opposite, and that's kind of where I'm at here.
Yeah, that's sometimes the best strategy for sure. Well, we have another interesting matchup here. It's the Vikings at Seahawks. The Seahawks are red hot. They have the 4-0 record. The Vikings are finally starting to look a bit better. We have another really high total here. Allie, let's start with you. It's 56.5. How do you see it playing out?
You know what? I've been back and forth on this one too. It's such a high total, but then you think that Seattle will score 40 and they'll give up 30, and Minnesota's not going to stop Seattle from scoring their 40. So I'm going to go, but so back and forth on this, but I'm going to go over.
Okay.
I think everybody's going over though, but I'm going over.
Okay. And what about you, Kurt?
I think this is a conspiracy by the Seattle defense to get more votes for Russell Wilson for MVP. I think they're playing horrible defense just so Russell Wilson could go out there and score all the points and be the hero week after week. So way to go, Seattle defense. Russell Wilson, MVP. I like this game over the total. Their defense is allowing 400 yards passing to everyone. So as soon as you step on the field, Kirk Cousins, you have 400 yards, uses it as you will. It's just
right.
It's going to happen. But what's also going to happen is Russell Wilson is going to lead this team to victory by scoring points. He's averaging, 35 points a game right now? That's great football. That's great MVP talk. I like what this Seattle defense is doing for Russell Wilson.
Vikings, Seahawks, you guys are both on a consensus there on the over 56.5. We have lots of people agreeing, although Elliot the fifth here is saying he likes the under in that particular one.
Yeah, I know Craig Trapp likes that one under too. He thought it was a ridiculously high total, but
okay. Well, there you go. So we have you guys at least are agreeing on that one. So we'll see on the consensus picks. And for anyone who's just tuning in, this is the second week. These guys went 8-4 with their college and NFL picks that they were the same on last week, and that was 6-1 in the NFL. And guys, we're on to our last NFL game on the board here for Total Chaos Week 2, and this one sees the Chargers at the Saints. The total is 50.5. Kurt, how do you see this one playing out in New Orleans this Sunday? Or is it Monday?
Monday.
Right.
Yeah. All New Orleans go over there to the over this year. I'm going to keep going with it over the 50.5. I think that's just too low. I know New Orleans could put up points, and they put it up fast. And I see them doing that here against the Chargers, who have been playing better defense. But I think a game like this, they're going to go back and forth. I like this game over. I can't remember the last time Drew Brees was just given 50. He could kind of get there himself halfway there. Right. I like the game to go over.
I like this one over also. I'm a big Justin Herbert fan, and I think that last week he took on the GOAT in Tom Brady, and yeah, he lost, but now, he's taken on another kind of goatish guy in Drew Brees. And these guys are both Hall of Famers. This little rookie kid out of Oregon is like, how stoked does he have to be that he can go up against these guys? I think he's going to play his heart out, and the Saints need to they need wins right now. So I think this game sails over the total, even though it's at that dreaded 50.5 number. Yeah.
49-0.
We're having some troubles again with you here, Kurt. Yeah, that's that's what happens during live streams at times. It's unfortunate, but you just got to roll with the punches here.
Yeah.
What do you think, Allie? Should we keep trying to push through here and go for the rest of the NCAA, or do you want to call this? This is the end of the NFL.
We could probably call it, yeah, because technical difficulties.
I apologize. I don't know what happened today.
That's
it's
okay,
all
Kurt.
Good. Yeah.
Nope. Okay. It was just a little difficult there.
Yes. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I've been through at least 3 different mics since I started filming daily, so I totally understand.
Right. Hey, so I think that you guys had a lot of consensus picks here this week, and so I'm definitely really interested to keep a tally of the overall consensus pick for the season on our Total Chaos show. This one was really NFL centered. Next week we'll go back to the full format, and then also next week our live cap show on Wednesdays and Fridays. That's going to change from 3 Eastern to 6 Eastern. And so we're hoping that more people will be around and can join in the chat. Last week's shows were really fun. We're hoping to have guest cappers come on both Wednesday and Friday. Yeah. Dan was great last Friday. And so we're hoping to have a couple next week.
Yes, definitely. It's been great. I really love doing the show. And our viewers have been really amazing also. I love the banter. I love the chit chat that goes on. So yeah, guys, don't forget, check us out next Wednesday and Friday. Now we're at 6 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications at Picks and Parlays YouTube or Picks and Parlays Facebook pages. That way you can stay notified every time we post a free pick, a live video, or just any old thing we'd like you to know about. All right, guys, that has been Total Chaos. I hope I did all right. We'll find out next Saturday. Thank you.
All right.
We'll find out next Saturday. And don't forget to check out Nick Parsons at the Insiders Room. All right, guys, have a good one. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.